Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jesika and I'm majoring in accounting. I'm from opposite park. I'm disagree with allocate resources toward adapting to climate change rather than mitigating or preventing climate change. As human beings, we are the one who use these resources. We are the one who need these resources. We are the one who use these resources. But why should resource adapt to climate change? When humans should be responsible for this, a human must be responsible for the climate change. We can see the first and use a lot of vehicle causing traffic jams, infrastructure development everywhere, and many factory construction. According for the mystery of education, the cultural learning resource the role of the sun on the earth and the warmest environmental condition ever recorded in drastically according as part of climate change temperature. Don't you feel that recently the weather feels so hot? The fact is the average temperature of the earth has increased 1.5 degree Fahrenheit. With some even expect to rise again in the next year 100 year by zero point 0.5 to 8.6 degree Fahrenheit. It started that 2016 was the warmest period ever recorded, where the data in question show us that the average global temperature that the year was 1.78 degree Fahrenheit or 0.55 degrees Celsius, warmer than the average temperature of the Earth. When the middle of the 20th century, look at the data and feel the direct impact should make us aware that the phenomena that triggered various disasters in this world are making place as a result of human activity. What trigger global warming such as industrial gas. Smoke of automobile vehicle, motorcycle, and other vehicle are serious impact in climate change. And human must be responsible for change in the composition of the atmosphere. Industrial gas consists of carbon dioxide, methane gas, nitrogen, or chlorine. Even so, there are still many industries are ignored. The government also did not resolutely the response and sanctioned into deter. Gases from industry will cause air pollution. According to the International Energy Agency reported between 2000 and 2016, the country that contributed the first largest carbon dioxide emission was the Republic of China, meanwhile Indonesia in sixth place after Russia with a value of 2,053 billion tons. Excessive use of tissue is the cause global warming tool of human activity. It is undeniable that tissue are inseparable object in everyday life. However, excessive is turned out to be a contributor to the increase in global warming. This is because papers are made of wood fiber derived from the tree. They are processed using advanced technology. Deforestation everywhere causes global warming due to human activity. Initially, forests covered one-third of the Earth's land area and maintain the health of our environment. Forests function to absorb and trap carbon dioxide, which eventually prevent it from being trapped in the atmosphere. In addition, forests also function as regulator of the water cycle and reduce of the risk of flood and landslides. According to the World Bank, the world still loses about 14.5 million hectares of forest annually. This is due to the variation illegal and legal human activity. Plastic waste there are a pills of plastic waste that are uncontrollable, causing environmental pollution. This is also the cause of global warming due to human activity according to research. Plastic is garnered methane and ethylene gases when they exposed to sunlight and result as the mix. Natural or artificial methane gas is said to be the main cause of climate change. According to Sri Mulyani, COVID-19 and the climate change would have an impact. They can affect the whole country and trigger death if not handled strongly. The difference is that if the pandemic is something that's unpredictable pattern and the elements so it's predicted climate change, on the contrary has long been predicted by scientists in various countries. It is just a different response. If one does facing the pandemic can start to adhere to healthy protocol then to change the human climate shows good faith. It just seems to change the habit of consumption pattern of energy and the other resource now. What are we going to do? Indonesia occupies the position of the most vulnerable country, with the effect of climate change not without basis. Referring to a report entitled The Economy of Meeting of the Global Research Company Institute of the report released last April that estimated that the 16% economy downturn will occur as a result in the world by 2015. The lockdown and pressure and stress in the world economy if climate change cannot change. From this, we can see that so much climate change is caused by human activity. Climate change can indeed occur at any time and everywhere. To factor from nature itself can only be anticipated and prevented. The things we have to do is to change human attitude and arbitrarily use resources, even though nature is very much and enough to be provided by all human, but there are human beings who are in the hand of charity, who only want for personal gain, and human beings who cannot take care of resources that have been given by nature. Therefore, while the resources must to keep adapt, we should be the one who are mitigating this climate change. Climate change can be reduced, can be minimized in impact that we can do from the small things. Make small such as planting tree around the house so that it can absorb carbon dioxide and emit the carbon dioxide. Invite others to participate the elimination of natural and can also participate in community of labor of shelter. And playing reduce, reuse and recycle. Reduce in the activity of using packaging product, especially plastic, as minimal as possible. So I strongly reject even the resource there must be adapt to climate change. Even though what causes climate change is a human themselves. But what demands resource in humans? Then it is the human who is responsible for this. As said by Minister Sri Mulyani, under the climate change can be predicted. Therefore, we can prevent, overcome, a minimum the impact of climate change. That's for me. Thank you.